With One Radio Network. Week 7 kicked off in the Big Easy as the Broncos easily beat the Saints 33-10. And Sean Payton's return to New Orleans. Bo Nix threw for 164 yards and ran for 75 yards. Javonte Williams added 2 touchdowns and 88 yards on the ground. Denver now 4-3 for the Saints. Spencer Rattler sacked 6 times. Alvin Kamara held to 10 rushing yards and a career-low 24 scrimmage yards. New Orleans has now lost 5 straight. They are 2-5. Before the game, Saints wide receiver Rashid Shaheed underwent meniscus surgery and will be out for the season, according to NFL insider Ian Rappaport. In other news, Giants wide receiver Malik Neighbors has cleared concussion protocol and is on track to play Sunday versus the Eagles. Neighbors missed the previous 2 games. The Titans cut 3-time Pro Bowl safety Jamal Adams. Adams played just 3 games for Tennessee this year. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
All right, gentlemen, this is Emmett Smith on behalf of Depend, and I've got the perfect play. Run straight to your doctor's office for a life-changing catch. Because when prostate cancer is caught early, it's up to 99% treatable, and 1 blood test might be all it takes. And now through November, Depend is donating to the Prostate Cancer Foundation for select purchases. Talk about a great play.
From September 1st to November 30th, Depend is donating 40 cents to the Prostate Cancer Foundation for Depend Shield Guards Real Fit products purchased in the U.S. up to a maximum of $300,000 void in Mississippi.
Is this house a good price compared to others in the area? Are prices going up or down? If I don't make an offer right this very moment, will I miss my chance? These are just some of the questions a home buyer might ask. And these are the sorts of questions an agent who is a realtor can help answer. Because realtors have the expertise, data, and access to specialty training to help you navigate the process of buying a home. They provide support, guidance, and have your back every step of the way. That's what realtors do, because that's who we are. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors.
We are the Imperial Valley's AM 1230 KXOL Centro, California. Good day. It's another beautiful day in the neighborhood, especially since it is a Friday, the 18th day of October, 2024. Yes, and I know, a bit breezy. Yeah, okay, if you want to complain about it's windy, go ahead. Yeah, it's not 115 degrees, okay? Yeah, we'll just leave it at that. And besides, I know you're not happy unless you're complaining anyway, right? Okay, let's see. Oh, researchers have found that 1/4 of adults think they have undiagnosed attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, ADHD. Yeah. However, only 13% of respondents have shared that thought with their doctor. And those surveyed also think, yeah, the way they said they think, oh, what? Oh, look, ball, squirrel, oh, shiny. Oh, yeah. Meds might help. Oh, well. And how about the wonderful world of Disney, a real Mickey Mouse outfit? Well, they're introducing a new way to take your money as you can skip lines at their theme parks. A new Lightning Lane Premier Pass will launch at Disneyland and at Walt Disney World. The Disney World version will cost anywhere between $129 and $449, depending on the day and park selected. And how much of a sucker you are? You know, just you want to take a family of 4 to Disneyland, you're looking at what, about $4,000 or so? Yeah, by the time you're done. Yeah, good luck with that. You might have to take a second out on the house or sell one of the kids. Yeah, or maybe a kidney. Yeah, that would help. Okay, looking back in history, on this date in 1892, the very first long-distance telephone line between Chicago and New York was formally opened. And since then, both cities have been arguing over who has the best pizza, right? Personally, I prefer New York. I prefer the thin crust. Chicago pizza, deep dish, it's more bread than anything else. So I'm just sharing. You can have your own opinion. That's okay with me, and we won't argue about it. Okay, birthdays. We have a few. Our big shot birthdays today. Singer Russ Giguire of the Association, 81. Actor Joe Morton, 77. Mindy. Actor Pam Dauber is 74. Actor John Lindstrom, 67. Actor Jean-Claude Van Damme, 64. Jazz trumpeter Wynton Marsalis, 63. Actor Vincent Spano, 62. Actor Joy Bryant, 50. Actor Wesley Jonathan, 46. Actor Frida Pinto, 40. Actor Zac Efron, 37. Actor Joy Lauren, 35. Actor Tyler Posey, 33. Actor Tobe Regbo is 33. How about some local birthdays? We got them coming up. El Centro, it's time to make a choice that matters for our schools. As a dedicated educator with teaching, administrative, counseling, and school psychologist experience, Frances Terrazas has been a strong advocate for students, teachers, and families. She's worked hard to improve academic achievement, promote mental health services, and ensure safe and supportive learning environments. If you believe in a bright future for our students, November 5th, re-elect Frances Terrazas, El Centro Elementary School Board.
Paid for by Frances Terrazas for the El Centro Elementary School Board.
We have happy birthday wishes for Albert Anthony Espinoza, Stephanie Verwer, Angie Duenas, Kay Creed, Ruby Plott, Selma Pacheco, Sharon Fernandez Amudio, Evan Rivers, Bertha Fernandez Rascon, Sergio Cardenas, and Samantha Talamentes. Happy birthday from KXO. And coming up, a look at world and California news, local news, sports, financial news, all sorts of good stuff. It's coming your way. And, a survey a couple of years ago found that the average person spent about $42,000 on music during their lives, including things like equipment, concerts, and albums. Yeah, times have changed. But these days, $42,000 will barely get you 4 seats to see Taylor Swift. Yes, we've got news. You ready? World and California news headlines brought to you by the Imperial County Air Pollution Control District, delivering real-time updates about the air that you breathe.
CBS News Brief. American Paul Whelan speaks exclusively to CBS News about his more than 5 years in a Russian jail on espionage charges before he was freed in a hostage swap 2 months ago.
From day one, I was being told that there would be a trade, a political solution to this situation.
He says he suffers from PTSD. President Biden spoke in Berlin this morning on the killing of Hamas leader Yahya Sinwar in Gaza.
The death of the leader of Hamas represents a moment of justice. He had the blood of Americans, Israelis, Palestinians, and Germans, and so many others on his hands.
Hamas says it will not release the hostages until the war in Gaza is over. Just in, Boeing supplier Spirit Aerosystems says it'll furlough about 700 workers as a strike by the plane maker's machinists enters week number 6. It's about 5% of the workforce. A spokesman says employees on Boeing's best-selling 737 MAX are not affected. CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
The Imperial County Air Pollution Control District delivers real-time information about the quality of the air you breathe. Visit the website at apcd.imperialcounty.org to stay informed about air quality around the valley. The website also includes information for upcoming meetings, programs, and there's access to the dust cams set up around the valley. Visit apcd.imperialcounty.org today.
California headline news. Prosecutors announced that U.S. and Canadian authorities have broken up what they call Operation Giant Slalom, a drug trafficking operation allegedly run by a former Olympic snowboarder. U.S. Attorney Martin Estrada in Los Angeles calling the group violent and dangerous.
This group was ruthless and violent. They would use contract killers to assassinate anyone who they saw as an obstacle to their operation.
Alleged ringleader Ryan Wedding remains at large, accused of running cocaine from Colombia into the U.S. and Canada using long-haul trucks. Phillips 66 will close its oil refinery in Wilmington by the end of next year. The announcement coming days after Governor Gavin Newsom signed a bill to prevent gas price spikes, but spokesman Al Ortiz says his company's decision is unrelated.
Our decision is not related to the recent bill signing. In fact, we want to continue to be a trusted and deliberate partner with the state.
Ortiz says Phillips 66 will still have a strong presence in California. Gas prices in the state averaging $4.65. Jeff Scott, California News.
World in California News headlines brought to you by the Imperial County Air Pollution Control District. Log on to imperialvalleyair.org for real-time information about the air that we breathe.
Is this house a good price compared to others in the area? Are prices going up or down? If I don't make an offer right this very moment, will I miss my chance? These are just some of the questions a home buyer might ask. And these are the sorts of questions an agent who is a realtor can help answer. Because realtors have the expertise, data, and access to specialty training to help you navigate the process of buying a home. They provide support, guidance, and have your back every step of the way. That's what realtors do, because that's who we are. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors.
When you're hiring, ZipRecruiter's technology makes finding qualified candidates for your job easy. What if the rest of the world was as easy as ZipRecruiter? Math problems wouldn't be so problematic.
K equals 42.
And summiting Everest would be a walk in the park. In the meantime, if you want to make your hiring easier, use ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
And it's page one of the local news. Page one is a service of El Centro Motors, Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers, 3 locations in the Valley at El Centro Motors in the Brawley Auto Center, Highway 86 and Julia Drive, and at the Imperial Valley Mall. Well, officials are investigating what appears to be an apparent attempt at voter fraud. George Gale has more.
According to the city of El Centro, an individual falsely claiming to be a representative of the city knocked on the door of a resident and said they were there to collect their ballot. City of El Centro made it clear that city employees do not engage in ballot collection. Residents are reminded to be vigilant and report any similar attempts by anyone claiming to represent the city or any other organization to immediately report it to police. Only the official and secure methods of returning ballots should be used. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
Well, if you drink, don't drive. And this evening, there'll be 2 DUI checkpoints planned in the Valley. The Imperial County Sheriff's Office will conduct a DUI checkpoint beginning at 6 p.m. The location, it's a secret. We can't tell you till later. And the Brawley Police Department will hold a DUI checkpoint this evening. The checkpoint in operation from 7:30 p.m. till midnight. This checkpoint in Brawley in the 200 block of Main Street. The Sheriff's Office and Brawley Police remind drivers that impaired driving is not just from alcohol. Some prescription medications and over-the-counter drugs may impair driving. And while medicinal and recreational marijuana are legal, driving under the influence of marijuana is still illegal. And El Centro Library announces some new computers. They're new AWE computers for young learners. They say 3 brand new computers have arrived. They're replacing units that have served the community for about 13 years. The upgraded workstations are specifically designed to support young children in developing learning and technology skills. KXO News Time is 7:42. Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers have the best price on name brand tires guaranteed. Now we're talking Michelin, Pirelli, Dunlop, Bridgestone, Continental, and more. See a Quick Lane service advisor and get the best price guaranteed. Remember, Quick Lane services all makes and all models, and they're conveniently located in the Brawley Auto Center, at the Imperial Valley Mall, at El Centro Motors, and their new mobile service van comes to you with no added charge. Well, a suspect is back in jail. The murder suspect had posted bail and was released. George Gale has more.
According to the city of El Centro, an individual.
The suspect, Anthony Hernandez, is suspected in the murder of his girlfriend last year in El Centro. He was able to post bail in September, and then the very next day, he was back in jail. Authorities found him in possession of ammunition, possession of a large firearm magazine, and violating other court orders. He's also being accused of interfering with a police officer's investigation. Hernandez is back in jail with no bail set. His next court appearance is October 23rd. And lots of events going on this weekend. The Halloween season kicks off with a carnival, St. Mary's School Halloween Carnival, from 5 till 10 p.m. this evening at the St. Mary's Parish Hall on La Brucherie in El Centro. There'll be beverages, food, games, costume contest, prizes, a jail, haunted house, jumpers, music, and more. And the Brawley Elks Lodge is holding a fundraiser, smoked barbecue pork ribs, served with corn on the cob, chili beans, and cornbread from 5 till 8 at the Brawley Elks Lodge. That's it for page 1 of the local news. Page 1, a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. They have 3 locations in the valley to serve you. Quick Lane, they service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
Vanguard is 100% client-owned, serving over 50 million investors every day. Whether you're planning for retirement, putting your kids through college, or saving up for your next adventure, Vanguard can help you set personalized investment goals. All investing is subject to risk. Vanguard is owned by its funds, which are owned by Vanguard's fund shareholder clients. Copyright 2024, The Vanguard Group, Inc. All rights reserved. Vanguard Marketing Corporation Distributor.
For more than half a century, contractors and trade professionals have relied on WeatherGuard for heavy-duty truck and van storage equipment, not just to protect their valuable tools, but to protect their professional reputations. For pros, the WeatherGuard badge makes a statement about what drives them. It says, "Bring it on. Been there. Done that. We've got your back," without saying a word. And the folks at WeatherGuard, they're just as driven as the hardworking pros they serve. See what it means to be driven at weatherguard.com.
Well, it's page 2 of the local news and weather, brought to you by Burgers and Beer, serving the best burgers in town. Daily lunch specials Monday through Friday, and of course happy hour 3 till 6 p.m. every day. Well, RAND is conducting a study. George Gale has more.
The study is to understand the potential workforce opportunities presented by the discovery of lithium in Imperial County. As part of this work, RAND is hosting 2 town hall meetings, Tuesday, October 22nd at 5:30 p.m. in Nyland, and Wednesday, October 23rd at 5:30 p.m. in El Centro, for all community members in Imperial County to share their perspectives, impressions, and concerns. Spanish translation will be available. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
U.S. Customs and Border Protection officers at the Calexico Commercial Facility made a big seizure last week. On Thursday, October 10th, CBP officers at the facility referred a tractor-trailer rig to secondary inspection. The truck was carrying a shipment manifested as green onions. In secondary inspection, a CBP K-9 team alerted officers to inspect that shipment more closely, and a physical examination led to the discovery of over 600 packages hidden in the onions. The packages contained over 646 pounds of methamphetamine, with an estimated street value of $775,000. The driver, a valid border crossing card holder, was turned over to Homeland Security investigations. Brawley Police and the Imperial Valley Housing Authority have announced a new youth center, the grand opening scheduled next week. The Youth Center, a collaboration between the Brawley Police Department and Imperial Valley Housing Authority. It's located at 1215 North Imperial Avenue in Brawley, and the open house, October 24th, begins at 11 a.m. And coming up tomorrow, the Pumpkin Splash Bash, a celebration at the El Centro Aquatic Center. It'll run from noon until 3 p.m. The celebration to include the 4th annual Floating Pumpkin Patch. It's tomorrow, as Halloween is here, before you are really ready. Yes, stay tuned. We've got to look at the weather coming up.
Did you know that Burgers and Beer has happy hour every day from 3 to 6? Get drink specials all day like Margarita Monday, Tonic Tuesday, Wine Down Wednesday, and Thirsty Thursday. Try one of our weekday lunch specials and include a soft drink from just $8 and up. For October, enjoy a refreshing bottle of Sam Adams Oktoberfest for only $5.50 or a Jaeger Mojito. And don't miss our Oktoberfest burger. Burgers and Beer with 5 locations, proudly serving you, your family, and friends since 1985. Burgers and Beer for the best burger in town.
The National Weather Service says a weather system impacting the region today into tomorrow will push a cold front through the area. Breezy to locally windy conditions will also be seen today, as well as much cooler temperatures. Pleasant weather is expected this weekend, with tomorrow's temperatures being similar to today's. Temperatures then expected to warm during the first half of next week as high pressure settles back over the region. Readings across the Imperial and Yuma valleys early next week should approach the century mark. 86 the high yesterday, 64 the overnight low. Wind gusts peaked at 35 miles an hour. Today will be sunny with a high near 81. North-northwest wind 15 to 20 miles an hour, gusting up to 35 miles an hour. Clear tonight with a low around 58. North wind 5 to 10 miles an hour. Becoming west later in the evening. Winds could gust as high as 20 miles an hour. Saturday, sunny with a high near 83. West-northwest wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, gusting up to 20 miles an hour. Those winds become north-northeast in the afternoon. Sunday will be sunny with a high near 86 and light wind. And we have 65 degrees, downtown 52% relative humidity. Wind out of the west-northwest at 7 to 10 miles per hour. Air quality in El Centro right now is good, moderate in Calexico, Nyland, and Westmoreland, unhealthy for sensitive groups in Brawley. Local news, page 2, brought to you by Burgers and Beer. It's the place for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Bring the family, meet your friends at Burgers and Beer.
Since 1901, Imperial Printers Rocket Copy has provided the finest printing and copying services from start to finish. When you choose Imperial Printers Rocket Copy, you can feel confident in our expertise and personal attention to your project. We have a team of professional graphic designers ready to take your ideas and make them a reality. From promotional merchandise, full-color brochures, blueprints, and high-speed copies to business forms and everything else in between, Imperial Printers Rocket Copy offers dependable and affordable quality printing. Thank you for choosing locally owned and operated Imperial Printers Rocket Copy. We have convenient locations near you at 430 West Main Street and 100 South 11th Street in El Centro and 184 South Plaza in Brawley.
And it's sports time, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, an affiliate of the Scripps Health Network, working together to provide you the best care. High school football last night, it was Holtville dominating Vincent Memorial 52-14. And coming up tonight, Calipatria will be in Palo Verde, Southwest at Brawley. And Calexico visits Central, and we'll have that game for you live on AM 1230, live on our YouTube channel, and live on our website as well. Thursday night football, the Broncos beat up on the Saints 33-10. Oh, Major League Baseball, yes. The Guardians with a walk-off Yeah, in 10 innings, the Guardians beat the Yankees 7-5. Dodgers beat up on the Mets 10-2. Dodgers lead that series 3-1. Dodgers and the Mets will play today, and the Yankees and Guardians will play today as well.
Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, ready to serve you and your family for all of your healthcare needs. Let our team of dedicated physicians guide you on your journey to better health. Pioneers is a recognized leader in healthcare and has more than 10 health centers and clinics throughout the Imperial Valley. When the need arises, don't hesitate to come see us. We have services and locations in Calexico and Raleigh, and of course, our award-winning hospital, Pioneers Memorial. For more information on all Pioneer services, visit www.pmhd.org today.
And taking a look at other news, well, there's racing tonight and tomorrow night at the fairgrounds. George Gale has more.
The theme this year is Showdown in the Desert. It is an Imperial Valley Heritage Racing Series event. It is a 2-day event, today and tomorrow. Gates open both days at 5 p.m. It will provide exciting race car action, including sprint cars. It will be a fan-friendly event in that it is a free event. It is being held at the fairgrounds in Imperial. You may want to get there early. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
And don't forget, we've got primetime football, Sunday night football on AM 1230, the New York Jets and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, on FM 107.5 Sunday afternoon, it's the Raiders and the Rams. That's it for Sports Time, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District. Log on to pmhd.org for more information about Pioneers.
Our Goodwill store at 351 Wake Avenue is stocked with name brand clothing, electronics, household goods, furniture, home decor, and more. And every purchase and donation supports Goodwill's mission to provide training and employment opportunities to individuals facing barriers to work. Inside the Goodwill store is Goodwill's newest community employment center. Career advisors are ready to assist job seekers with free workshops and all at no cost. Visit us at 351 Wake Avenue. Goodwill, making good happen.
Financial news and a brief look at the weather, brought to you by Southwest Security, a locally owned company that protects you, your home, your business, your construction site 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. Losses from Hurricane Milton could reach as high as $34 billion, according to an early estimate of both flood and wind damage from research firm CoreLogic. They're looking at between $4 and $6 billion of those losses being uninsured flood damage. That's only an estimate of losses caused directly by the hurricane itself. Doesn't include any damage from at least 9 tornadoes that accompanied the storm. The storm is believed to be responsible for at least 24 deaths across Florida. Still, despite the destruction and tens of billions of dollars of losses, the damage could have been worse, according to the early estimate. And the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration says it has launched an investigation into the safety of Tesla's full self-driving feature after at least one fatal accident involving a pedestrian. The investigation is looking into 4 accidents involving vehicles using the FSD feature. In one, a pedestrian was struck and killed, according to the agency. In another, there was an injury. In each of the accidents, the Tesla car using the full self-driving feature experienced a crash after entering an area of reduced roadway visibility from conditions such as sun glare, fog, or airborne dust, according to the agency. FSD is a center of Tesla's plans for future growth and profitability. The feature, which is sold as an $8,000 option, requires drivers to stay in the driver's seat and be ready to take control of the vehicle in order to avoid accidents. But Tesla and CEO Elon Musk insist the feature is already safer than human-controlled driving. So what's on the big board? Well, we see mixed right now. The Dow off 77 points at 43,162. The S&P 500 up 15 at 58.56. And the NASDAQ up 98 points at 18,471. Gold on the rise, up $25.20 an ounce. You want an ounce? $2,732.60. Okay, it's time to sell the fillings. Oil down $1.46 a barrel.
Southwest Security has been protecting properties 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, right here in Imperial and Coachella Valleys. Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. I've been in the private security business for over 25 years and have always made it my mission to always provide my clients with the highest quality security services available. Your satisfaction is my #1 priority. And don't forget Southwest Postal, the only postal center in Imperial Valley with 24/7, 365 access to your post office box. Access when you need it. Located on the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro.
We will have sunny skies today with a high near 81. North-northwest wind 15 to 20 miles an hour, gusting as high as 35 miles an hour. Clear tonight with a low around 58. North wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, gusting up to 20 miles an hour. Those winds will turn out of the west later in the evening. Sunny on Saturday with a high near 83. West-northwest wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, becoming north-northeast in the afternoon. Those winds could gust as high as 20 miles an hour. Sunday, sunny with a high near 86 and light wind. And we have 66 degrees downtown, 50% relative humidity. Wind out of the west-northwest, 7 to 10 miles an hour. Air quality is good in El Centro, moderate Calexico, Niland, Westmoreland. Unhealthy for sensitive groups with elevated PM10 in Brawley. Financial news and the weather brought to you by Southwest Security and Southwest Postal Service, the only postal box service offering 24-hour-a-day, 365 days a year service. Southwest Postal at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro.
The best oldies on the radio. KXO.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by T-Mobile.
I'm Steve Kathan. The U.S. calls on Hamas to release the hostages that have been held for more than a year in Gaza.
The hostages should not have to suffer one more hour in captivity. Those who are holding hostages should release them immediately.
Defense Secretary Austin speaking a day after Israel killed the top Hamas leader, Yahya Sinwar. CBS's Haley Otts reports Israel says its military just happened to encounter 3 Hamas members in Gaza and exchanged fire.
There was a firefight. The 2 militants in the front ran into a building. The IDF killed those 2 Hamas fighters, and then they moved on to the 3rd building. They fired on that building. The building collapsed. Sinwar was killed. The Israeli military decided not to go in and investigate and wait until the morning. And it was only then when they recognized that perhaps the person they'd been engaging with was the leader of Hamas.
A federal judge is due to release new evidence today in the election interference case against former President Trump after turning down a move to delay it. Legal analyst Jessica Levinson.
I think what we can expect is more color, and the evidence will deal with former President Trump's alleged attempts to undermine the election, to say don't certify the election.
2 months after his release, Paul Whelan, the Marine veteran who was locked up in Russia for more than 5 years, tells CBS's Margaret Brennan that prison time was physically and mentally hard and still weighs on him.
It's common, with people that have been in this situation. It'll go away probably over a few years, but it's hard to, compartmentalize and block out that portion of what I went through.
The legal fight is not over yet in Texas after a planned execution was blocked. State lawmaker John Busey is one of a growing number of people who believe Robert Roberson is an innocent man.
He knows this isn't over. He wants the truth to come to light, and the Texas House is working to do that, and we hope that the courts and others will follow suit.
Roberson was convicted of his daughter's murder. Shaken baby syndrome was cited. Experts now believe her cause of death was pneumonia. Parts supplier Spirit Aerosystems says it's furloughing 700 workers for 3 weeks as the strike by machinists at Boeing goes on. What's the winter weather outlook? CBS News meteorologist Rob Marciano has it.
Northern states like the Northwest and parts of the Great Lakes will likely see a more active scenario as far as wet conditions. The Northeast is kind of in between here, so it's hard to say exactly how tough our winter will be. But warm down across the south, above average temperatures in the Northeast, below average temperatures in the Northwest, where that jet stream is going to be parked for the most part.
And checking Wall Street, right now the Dow is down 89 points. This is CBS News.
If you're 55 and up, T-Mobile has plans built just for you. Get the savings you want on America's largest 5G network. Visit T-Mobile.com/choice5G and start saving today.
It's better over here. If you're 55 and up, T-Mobile has an exclusive rate plan just for you. Right now, get 2 lines of talk, text, and data for just $30 a line. That's a 45% savings versus Verizon and AT&T. Plus, you can get one of the latest 5G phones free when you add a line. That's right, a free 5G phone. Experience all this and more on America's largest 5G network. So why wait? At T-Mobile, customers 55 and up can get 2 lines of talk, text, and data for only $30 a line. Just go to T-Mobile.com/choice55 or visit your local store to make the switch.
With AutoPay using debit or bank account plus taxes and fees, 45% off 2 lines versus AT&T Starter and Verizon Welcome. Plan benefits vary. Free phones up to $300 off with 24 monthly bill credits and qualifying new line for well-qualified customers plus tax and $35 device connection charge. Contact us before canceling your entire account to continue remaining bill credits. Bill credits end if you pay off device early. See details at T-Mobile.com.
A thrill ride turned chilling in an instant.
Mom Allie Metzger watching as her 8 and 11-year-old children got stuck dangling upside down on the X-Drive ride at the Arkansas State Fair.
A bunch of people trying to get the ride to spin, and they would get it almost halfway down, and then it would go right back up to the very top with my kids still upside down. I'm panicking. My partner's panicking.
Workers finally brought everyone down to safety. The operator blames a computer glitch. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
The government's road safety agency is investigating Tesla's full self-driving system after getting reports of crashes in low visibility conditions, including one that killed a pedestrian. National Highway Traffic Safety Administration says in documents that it opened the investigation with the company reporting 4 crashes after Tesla's entered areas of low visibility, including sun glare and fog. Steve Kathan, CBS News.
Buying a home is one of the biggest financial decisions you'll ever make. Before you tour a home, the real estate professional you're working with may ask you to sign a buyer's agreement, which describes the services you'll receive, each party's role and responsibilities, and how your agent will be compensated, all of which you'll want to discuss with them up front. So work with an agent who's a Realtor. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors with a duty to honestly represent you and put your interests above their own, because that's who we are.
Paul's new drone startup just lost its most genius computer scientist.
We just lost our best genius to some new genius who's got a genius new idea. I'm going to have to find a new genius or 2 half geniuses and fast.
He needs a computer scientist that can keep his startup from falling down.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, it's easier for talented candidates to find it, which makes it easier for you to hire them. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
And now, more of the best oldies on the radio with Carol Buckley.
Yeah, for some reason or another, you sounded a little taller on radio.
AM 1230 KXO. 1230.